What up? What up?
What
going
up? Happy
on?
4th of July.
America.
America's
Fuck
hot.
yeah.
Golden age.
I've got a
Independent.
great PAF story.
What do you got?
So, a family that we met through Instagram, they're from Ohio,
Mm-hmm.
and their son is going through a similar surgery that Maverick has gone through.
Yeah.
Theirs is actually a little more intense at this point. But anyways, they listen to the pod, Carly and Sean.
Shout out.
So they came over the night before the surgery just to like unwind,
right.
right? Like little wine, little beer, just like decompress. I know what it's like to go through what we're about to kind of endure.
Right.
And they both listen to the pod, and he's like, "Oh, drama from the show, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, he's from the MTV show."
Yep.
And Robin Big, obviously Fantasy Factory
Group chat.
And he's like, "What's his last name?" Because he knows you as Drama just from the pod and the show. And I say, "It's Paff."
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Wait, is Andy Paff his dad?"
Oh, so he didn't
And
even
I'm
know
like-
that? Did he know I was from Ohio?
I'm sure he did when he was putting the pieces together.
Right.
And he's like, "Andy Paff's his dad." He like, I don't know if he LinkedIn, Googled, and I was like, "Yes, that's his dad."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Wait, does his mom teach at Coventry School?"
Yep.
He's like, "That's where I went to school."
Yep. Same.
And I was just like, it's just such a small world.
Yeah.
Simulation. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, that's pretty simulation-y because I'll tell you, like, it's a small school. You know, like, I don't know how big the school district is, but it's like, it doesn't really surprise me when people out here say that they're from Ohio. That is oddly common. And even
Yeah,
like,
it's a big state.
right. And I just feel like, I don't know, I guess a lot of people probably come here in New York yeah, so some people know what Akron is, maybe are from close by or whatever. But yeah, to actually have went to my high school is pretty crazy. Pretty small.
So
That's
town.
awesome.
my point is, you're not the only famous Paff
Right, because Andy,
because
you
you knew
mean?
your parents.
Yeah. I think Andy and Terry are probably famous in Coventry.
For sure.
But yeah, it was a very random like coincidence. Like we've met this family through Instagram, to be honest.
Right, because now, yeah, that is small world. Because now my mom, I might butcher this, Mom. I'm sorry, I know you listen, but my mom's like on the like school board for Coventry. We're deep in Coventry. I helped build a new high school. I helped get a new high school built for Coventry.
I remember that.
Nice.
Right, they give
I
me.
remember that. That was big.
They give me the credit for getting a new high school built. My cousin Gary, who we all love so much, is
Yeah, we love Gary.
like the head of all of the janitorial things at Coventry High School. I mean, we
You're
got Coventry on lock. Yeah,
So
Yeah.
your parents are famous. Is my point.
yeah.
You're
in
famous.
Coventry.
I already know you're famous, but your
Yeah.
parents are famous.
That's awesome.
My dad is
people
famous
don't
too.
like, people don't appreciate like, I think people have forgotten how important local community leaders are.
Yeah, and I
Like-
also think that like props to my parents, but I maybe I'm wrong on this too, but I think that like they did a great job with my brother and I and like sports and just were very present. But after like we both left around the same time to LA, and I think that there was also this like hunger to keep contributing to kids' lives, in like a positive way. 'Cause my parents weren't involved in the school when I was going there, which I'm glad because that would have been super dorky. But yeah, like they got super involved after we left, and I think they wanted to continue to contribute to the youth of Coventry, Ohio.
Yeah. I love
props
that.
to
And I
them.
think, like, I think local leaders are always overlooked. Like I
Yeah.
even, like teachers, nurses, and then even as someone that, with my kids in sports, like all the parents that volunteer
Yeah,
to coach and bring snacks and just do anything. Like
it's really
it
impressive.
really, like Hillary Clinton made it very famous. When it comes to raising kids, it takes a village.
right.
And it really does. It's like, very underappreciated how many people have an impact on like raising your children.
Right. And they really are kind of the unsung heroes because, like, you know, it seems like such a small thing if you're doing it, especially in a small town. But if you add them all up across the country, like that is who is raising all these kids, you know?
But the simulation part is, how do I meet a random family that we've become close with from Ohio that knows your parents?
Yeah. Because we're in a simulation. That's why.
I'll tell you what wasn't a simulation. The Huntington Beach July 4th parade.
Yeah, what? Tell me about that, because I saw that all over social media, but I didn't get enough of it to know what was going on. Was it just like mayhem? What was happening?
No, so I didn't know about, I know there was an incident and I just started seeing it the last, 12 hours. I actually have even clicked on the video to see what happened, but it looks like two people got into it. So we took our kids bike riding along the parade route, which is, if you know Huntington, it's along PCH, then Main Street and all these areas. And it's actually where we rented that house for US Open one year, which was so fun, by the way.
So fun.
Fun. Reckless.
Oh, yeah, we went. I was there. Yeah.
I thought about that over the weekend. When I was seeing all the posts, I was like, oh, man, some great times.
And by the way, you should definitely do that again just for the summer. It's so fun down there.
Was it during this time of year that we did it? Was it July 4th?
No, we did it during US Open Surf.
That's what it was.
But it's interesting because like I had friends who were in Ojai, which is, near Santa Barbara. I had friends in different pockets of the country, and it's really eerily similar how everyone's July 4th in like a town is so similar. There's a parade. And I vividly remember as a child, Granada Hills had a parade that we would go put our seats, sit there, then walk to fireworks. And, any town USA has that vibe. And so we went bike riding, did all that. And then really, we put the kids to sleep because I had mentioned in the last pod, our kids won't stay up late enough to do fireworks. But at like 8:45, we start hearing and seeing the craziest fireworks in my in-laws' community. Yeah. And I get a text from Son, who listens to the podcast, and he goes, "Hey, I'm in the neighborhood. He just, is building an insane house there." And I get a text. He's like, "I'm in the neighborhood. Are you here?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Come by." And so I go. I'm talking about, like, imagine, I don't know what the Rose Bowl has for fireworks, but imagine that in a cul-de-sac, with hoses. I mean, it was insane. Like it was so fun. They had a band. Everyone was drinking. Kids were out. It literally felt like I would assume what your childhood for 4th of July felt like, where like the whole town is out there. People are just lighting shit on fire and just
absolutely. Probably my favorite like childhood, I don't know, maybe some of my favorite childhood like holiday.
July 4th is my all-time favorite holiday.
Right.
I love it.
Yeah, I agree. Don't you feel like, didn't things feel a little extra patriotic this year?
Yes, you definitely felt it. What's funny is in Huntington Beach, everyone assumes Huntington Beach is insanely white.
Yeah.
It really is not.
It's diverse,
actually it's very Asian. It's like there's a lot of Asian people.
But they're patriotic Asian people?
Yes. Flags, wearing the hats like I was. They a lot of Vietnamese people actually who fled basically communism to come to America. Right. So I definitely
they're in trouble.
Yeah, they can go to New York and get it back if they want.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the rest of the country is anywhere near that after what I saw. I mean, I saw more Trump 2028 signs than anything.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know why. Maybe I'm projecting, but it just felt, I don't know. It just felt patriot. I felt a little extra juice on the America this year.
I think it swung, right? Like, I would say the last couple of years, there was, I think the flag and America, like the brand had suffered. Right. Like it truly had suffered. And I think for a big chunk of the population, the brand is back, and it feels what they want it to be. So I definitely think that like you saw that with, I don't know, just a lot of people really like going all out with USA flags, USA parties, a lot of themed events over the weekend that I had friends throwing. Like they went pretty hard on like just in my little bubble of friends, and more so than usual.
Yeah. Yeah, it felt that way to me too. And like I said, not crazy over the top, but it just felt a little more, I don't know. But that's good. And I agree with you. I think that Huntington and a lot of parts of Orange County are like as close as we get in a close vicinity to like a little bit of normal neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know, like usually pretty, not that all of Orange County is rich, but like, you know, usually higher end neighborhoods, but it is a little more like regular neighborhoody.
Yes.
Like where the neighbors know each other and, you know, that sort of thing.
I think two things can be true. There's definitely a lot of more patriotism. There's no question.
Right.
Like I saw it on social. I saw it everywhere. But I also think Mamdani is the canary in the coal mine.
And can you tell me what you mean? Because I am not sure what I would expect I'm not saying I would expect you to be a Mamdani fan, but
I'm not. I said this on the spot. I'm not.
I know, but
I'm a capitalist.
What's
I'm not a communist.
It's a canary in the coal mine for what?
Meaning there's a bubbling population similar to 2016. I saw this in 16 where I didn't understand it, why Trump got elected.
Right.
It was like this Midwest, like we got left behind, and now it's the rich cities that the citizens are left behind.
And so
luckily
you're saying that
no
kind of
bearing on the election and the national election, as we know.
I know you hate him, so it's. I mean, I wouldn't vote for him. I'm being very clear, but I'm seeing the same kind of tea leaves.
Right. So yeah, right. So I don't mean this in a derogatory way, but I'm saying like, are you kind of saying that Mamdani is like what Trump was in 2016? Like,
yes,
something bubbling that you don't really think could really get that much swell, but maybe it does.
Right.
But don't you think that like college educated, high income,
they're the ones voting for him.
No. What I'm saying is college educated, high income white women in major cities is just such a niche.
Yeah, they clearly don't have any impact on national elections.
We'll see.
Yeah, I wonder. I'm not disagreeing with you on it. It kind of worries me too, because I do think it comes from people being upset. I would never vote for this guy.
I'm telling you, I would never vote for this guy.
I know. That's why this isn't an argument, but I'm saying that I'm
just saying I'm just pattern matching.
Yeah.
Trump got elected in 16 because everyone forgot about the Midwest person.
I think you have to remember Donald Trump was one of the most famous people on earth for 30 years before he ran for president on earth.
Also, I think the problem is like it's middle America that was forgotten about, and that's a shitload of people.
And no one will feel bad about a New York City Manhattanite being forgotten about.
Right, like it's really like a Manhattanite. I'm being so mean right now, but it's really a Manhattanite that like is mad at their student loans.
It's the Murray Hill crew, right?
Exactly.
They're the ones pissed.
That is such a small segment of the population. They have no impact on national election. It's just I just can't
believe that like the stuff that he has said and the people are with it.
Still.
But isn't it? I mean, isn't it like 3% of? Isn't it such a small group that voted in the
primary? Yeah,
primary compared to
The key to that election.
But
is
Adams isn't a good candidate. I think he's gonna. I've said this last pod. I think he's gonna win. Adams isn't a good candidate.
That'd be wild.
I don't think Adams needs to be a good candidate. I think Cuomo just will get forced out. Like Bill Ackman will take him by the collar and throw his fucking ass out of New York and say, "You're out of here." And I think all the other candidates will literally get bullied. Politics is so much about bullying. Like the fact that the big, beautiful bill, I did not think this thing was going to pass. I had no faith that it was going to pass because everyone was. I was watching the votes. It said nay. It was over.
Yeah.
And then something happened. Someone made a phone call and said, "You motherfuckers got 5 minutes to go change your goddamn vote, or you're out." And that tells me who actually has power. And it's not, your opinion does not matter.
So you weren't on the last pod, Drama?
Yeah.
Dee's convinced Mondani's a plant.
By who? George Soros?
I don't know.
Or
he said no one knew who he was 3 weeks ago.
Oh, right.
And he became the leading candidate for New York mayor.
Yeah. I mean,
which is the biggest city in the world. Or America, sorry.
I wouldn't, I wouldn't disagree. It's just like, I just don't understand. As I know I've said this a million times on this podcast. I'm sorry to our listeners. As a lifelong Democrat, it makes me so mad that this is where the Democrats are like going. Like AOC and, even Bernie. I don't know what Bernie said about Mondani, if anything, but Bernie was on.
No, he
Rogan.
supported.
Did he?
He supported. Yeah.
Okay, so like it or not, those are the biggest names right now. What, Buttigieg? Those are the biggest names in the Democratic Party at the moment, at least publicly facing. And the fact that like that's the route, it just seems so easy to me to go back to like Clinton or Obama Democrat, where you want what's best for the country and you care about America and the economy, but you're way more sort of like inclusive or inviting or freedom, my body, my choice, all that stuff. It's so easy. It's just that they have to choose the polar opposite of whatever Trump says. And so they're like, well, this fucking guy, this radical communist dude is getting a buzz. We'll all jump on this. It's crazy.
But here's the thing, right? So if you think about it in 3 years, right, when there's a next presidential election, who's charismatic enough to capture the country?
We don't know yet.
I don't know a person.
That person doesn't exist yet.
Yeah, but they do good at like, I mean, look, dude, they weren't incredibly far off from Kamala Harris getting in, who was literally voted like so unlikable, couldn't even make it past one debate as a presidential candidate. I mean, terribly unlikable. She wasn't
that far away from becoming president.
Yes, like they do a good job at brainwashing and like, this is our person and freedom and save us from Trump. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm just curious.
I think the next election is going to be the most interesting.
You could prop Buttigieg up.
Zero shot.
I agree with you, but dude, Kamala she wasn't far from winning, in my opinion. I mean, I know.
Yeah, I agree. I just don't. I don't think Buttigieg. I don't even know. I don't even know if we know who the two candidates will be. They may not exist in the political landscape yet. Like,
but what's crazy is every time they push these crazy people, it just makes the more moderate people look like unacceptable. You know what I mean? Like when the party goes a certain direction, you all of a sudden can't. There's certain things that now become taboo that like Democrats don't say. Those are right-wing policies now. And,
you know what's funny? I got served a ton of TikTok clips of, I don't know, maybe Drama has seen it. I doubt D has. Mm-hmm. Logan Paul and Ray.
Yeah, I saw clips. Yeah.
And then it was hysterical, by the way. It was so funny.
Right.
But Logan's only 30. I was like, in 5 years, he could be president.
Well, right. Yeah. I mean, I would take it at this point. I don't understand how you can't. I mean, in my opinion, you have had since 2016 to get your shit together. Yeah. Like they said that Biden was a one-term president. They said it in the beginning. And then it's still after that, they you could tell there was like a forced like panic to Kamala. Then whatever. It's just like, dude, how, I mean, I don't know. I'm not in the space.
Well, in segueing into that, I think Elon, in the spirit of Independence Day has now launched the America Party.
I'm with it.
I actually love it.
I'm down for it. Yeah.
My view on politics
so have you
is very
turned
simple.
on Trump and you're on Elon?
No. My view on politics is everyone just complains. No one does jack shit. So if you're not willing to do jack shit, shut the fuck up and get in line. and just go light your fireworks, have your beer, and shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
If you are willing to put your money where your mouth is and put it all out on the line, I have massive respect for you. I don't care what your beliefs or policies are. I even give Zohan props. I said Zohan, he's got charisma. He's a good salesman. Elon is putting his money where his mouth is. Tesla is down 5%.
I know
in trading, in early trading, because
you gotta say it right.
He
say
said
the company right.
I don't need to. That's the beauty of America.
Tesla.
I can say whatever I want. He said free speech in America party.
Right.
But so Elon said the next 12 months he's dedicating to the America party, which
oh my God. That's what he said. I didn't even see that.
Yes. Next 12 months. And I think the interesting thing about that is, one, honestly, I understand why investors get weary. He's not running day to day on any of these companies.
Right.
He is the engine that gives the vision, but he is not running day to day. So honestly, it's only a buying opportunity every time this guy speaks out of line, in my opinion.
Right.
Second, he believes, which is true, he has to flip a couple Senate seats and 8 or 10 House seats, and he could cause mayhem. And this is true because the Tea Party, if you guys remember that, not too long ago, flipped a couple seats and caused mayhem for the Republicans. And so I think he's going to do it. I'm confident he'll do the math. He'll find the weak link in this.
Well, I mean, that's what Peter Thiel did, right?
Yeah,
he did
exactly.
it around the country, and he's way richer than Peter Thiel.
Yes, that's my point. And more influential. He owns the most powerful media platform, and he has unlimited money, and he's vindictive.
Right.
You take those three things, you're in for like a unbelievable set of content over the next year. Because the midterm is in 15 months.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm in it for the content. I'm all in for the content. I mean, look, it is frustrating that like all these bills and this spending, and I just don't get like, are we just that crazy?
No, I think everyone assumes. No. Hold on. I think everyone just assumes everyone will always buy American treasuries. That's it.
I also
think it doesn't matter how much debt. That's it.
But what do you do when you can't make the interest
I think that's
payment?
one. Well, you're going to lower interest rates. You know that this guy wants 1% interest rates. He may get 2 years of 2% interest rates.
That's true.
He literally may get that.
Wait. I can't wait.
Everyone can't wait.
Oh yeah,
you understand? So I want to highlight.
Stock market will be like 2x.
Yeah, we didn't really get to take advantage of the last ZERP.
Yes.
You know?
So and we learned one thing about this is the interest rates really fucking matter.
Yeah.
Not as much.
I mean, that's the only thing. I don't think people remember in 2018 there was like a tech correction. It was risk assets went down in 2018, and everyone was like, "Oh, what's going on with all these risk assets?" And it was because the Fed raised interest rates. And the moment they cut, everything just ripped.
Well, I think what's interesting is...
It doesn't even matter the fundamentals of the business.
Yeah. I know.
There's a couple things here I want to touch on. One, we're already at record highs. All-time highs for every asset class. And then I want to talk about a couple interesting things in the Big Beautiful Bill that I am a fan of. One is... It is a big, beautiful bill. One is, this is something that Brad Gerstner pushed called Invest in America, which is now called like the Trump savings bond or whatever. I don't forget what it's called. Trump account.
Yeah.
Where everyone at birth is given $1,000 in the S&P 500.
Yeah. Love that idea.
Is that in the bill?
Yes. Got approved.
Beautiful.
For the next 3 years, every U.S. born child will have $1,000.
How do you like accrue it?
It kicks in next year, so they have basically a year to figure out the mechanism. I think Robinhood is the partner on it because Vlad was all up in that shit when it got announced.
Vlad the goat.
Yeah, Vlad the goat was there. So they're going to give him $1,000, and then parents can give an additional $5,000 tax deferred to their children. So people of money are going to max the shit out of that.
Yeah.
And now you're talking about, so right now it's loosely based on higher education. I think that'll get evolved, that like, it's not worth, I think once you get into Trump's year, like, do you want this money going to Harvard or do you want it to go to the people? And I think it'll go to like starting a business, buying a home, whatever it may be. But like the math checks out at like 8%, I think, 8 to 9% S&P 500 returns, that at 65, it's $2.5 million. And so,
and I just want to point out the other reason why that's such a big deal is because I think just teaching people at an early age that like how the stock market works is a really big deal. So like, I think that when you just know, like I have my account and, you know, I put a portion of my paycheck in there now I do this, now I do that. It's just like creating that habit.
I think we've done a good job over the last 9 years. Just put your money in the S&P.
Right.
Yeah. But I'm saying like now the country's doing it. It's way different. We are not the United States government. And so what's going to happen now is somebody who never invested their money in the stock market has a child. They're going to get this Trump account and they're going to be like, oh, they're going to look in a year from now. It's going to say, if 2% interest rate, it may say $1,500.
Right.
And they're going to be like, we just made $500 and we didn't do anything. And then you make another 10% on top of that. And then you make another 5% the next year. What it's going to do is exactly what Drama is saying, is it's going to make you want to participate in wealth creation. And that is ultimately the way that like everyone gets out of the situation that they're in. It's like you have to participate in wealth creation. And I have the best prime example of that is our parents. Our father maxed out his contribution to his company stock for like 30 fucking years.
Right.
Because the company matched however much he put, the company matched. And he was like, I should just max it all out every year. And he did again and again and again and again. And he created wealth. Right. And I think you start training people to be more financially astute. You are going to change the trajectory of this country in a way that you cannot imagine.
Yep.
So can I give advice to people that just listen to what you just said? So I totally agree. But the biggest thing you have to do is hold.
Right.
Well, the good thing in this one, you can't touch it for 18 years. You're not allowed to touch it. You can't touch it and your kid can't touch it. 18 years.
That's why it's so good. It's a forced lesson. Like you have to learn the lesson, and you're naturally, look, I believe that 90% of teaching people how to invest is just showing them an example of how much better it feels to see an account going up as opposed to an account going down and living check to check. And it's a totally different way of living. And then you start analyzing like, well, do I want to, I don't know, take this trip, or do I want to put that money contribute it into my Trump account? Or do I want to do this, or do I want to do that? And like, it just teaches a different habit and a different way of looking at money. And that's one of the biggest things that annoys me about all this talk about like whatever tax issues or lower income people or all this stuff. I'm down for like doing everything we can, but no one talks about like teaching people financial literacy. No one talks about it. Instead of how do we just take care of them? No one says like, well, how do we teach them how to play the game? And I think this will be the best way possible to teach a whole generation of people how to play the game.
Yeah. I mean, look, keeping people stupid is the most powerful thing you can do.
Right.
Yeah. No, I mean, I can remember a story probably 9 years ago. Someone came into our office and said, oh, I just bought some Bitcoin, and said, oh, if it goes up 20%, I'm going to Bali. And I'm just like, dude, that's the dumbest thing you could possibly do.
It's like, that's like step one of investing. You got to get to step two, which is to watch. But that's why I think this will be so beneficial, is like seeing that number grow, especially like when you get into high school and you say like, wait a minute, I have what? And it started from what? And you know, like, it's just a different perspective of how to make money work for you, as opposed to you work for money your whole life. And
it is, I don't think people appreciate how transformation transformational this will be to the next generation 25 years from now. Like it is going to change their financial literacy and let them participate in what I believe. I know we've had some amazing years. What is going to happen with AI will be the biggest boom ever in fucking world history is about to happen. And the only way you could participate if you're like us who aren't geniuses is fucking hold the S&P 500 and you participate in the AI boom. Because guess what? S&P 500, for those that don't know, is weighted. The whole, if you own the S&P 500, like half your money's in Microsoft, NVIDIA, Google, and Apple, and Meta. Who's going to win this race? One of those guys.
I just think, man, it's how this is a grand thought, and I don't think it'll quite play out this way, but like one of the things I hate, the more that I have learned about the market and money and investing and all that stuff is like, when you're invested in the market, you don't hate billionaires anymore. You don't hate corporations anymore. You root for them now because their success is your success. And I think that like, instead we teach people to hate success and to hate money and to hate corporations and it's like, dude, if just instead we all sort of work together, of course we have to look out for excess and greed and treating people badly, of course. But like, man, if everyone's like wants the country to prosper because they all participate, it's a totally different tone in the country, you know, as opposed to communism.
Yeah. And the other,
I mean, I'm the biggest capitalist on the pod of the three of us.
But this is the first president that is unlocking financial opportunity for literally every single person born in America, which is unbelievable. Yeah. So QSBS, if you're a startup, if you've ever founded a company, there's something called qualified small business stock. And historically, the way that it worked is when you start a company, you fill out this form, you get it stamped by the IRS, you mail it in. And basically, when I started my business, I did that. But the way that it works is up to $50 million of assets, you could file a QSBS, but it doesn't click in till you file this paperwork. And then after 5 years, you have the ability to, if you have the luxury of selling stock, you get up to $10 million tax-free, which is insane. Obviously, life-changing. It also applies to employees, everyone who files that paperwork. Most employees forget and don't do it, so they're not going to take advantage of it, but you have to file the paperwork. So if you join a startup, you should definitely file that paperwork. In the big, beautiful bill, there was 2 updates to QSBS that's really interesting. One is it increased it from $10 to $15 million. And then it also, in that $15 million, it unlocks the ability to get half the money in the third year, 75% in the fourth, and 100 in the fifth. So after 3 years, you could start to unlock liquidity. And the other piece to it is...
But you need a buyer on the other side.
Yeah, of course. And then the other piece was the assets that you can max out at is now $75 million as opposed to 50. So if you raise $76 million, you can no longer qualify for QSBS. Right now it's 50. And so what people don't realize something like this does is Silicon Valley is all over this. And so this is an incredible incentive to continue to foster entrepreneurship in this country. Predominantly tech companies take advantage of this, but every company can take advantage of this. Any startup, C Corp can take advantage of this. And so it's just like, it's the mentality. And I'm not like, oh, Trump's so fucking great. Somebody on his team is obviously really fucking smart and are putting things together. As my guess, it's all these tech people he has, whether it's QSBS or this Trump account. He's listening to people that are saying, we have to unlock more opportunity and more financial freedom to more people. And if you believe that, and which is what capitalism is all about, the thing that with the big, beautiful bill, which we can all agree is like way too much spending and $5 trillion of debt over the next decade. But the only way that it makes sense, which I was hearing Bessent speak about it today, was you got to grow.
Right.
If the country does not grow and inflation doesn't stay low, this shit's a wrap. So the only thing I'm mildly optimistic on is that these types of things allow GDP to grow, which makes me excited that there's a sliver of a shot with low interest rates, low inflation, and hopefully what AI will bring, there will be this like flourishing economy, and maybe this shit actually pans out. My gut tells me it's going to have to get redone and gutted at some point, but it's not going to happen under Trump. It will happen over the next president.
Right.
So I want both your opinions.
Mm-hmm.
Trump versus Elon. Where do you guys stand?
Like for what?
I don't know. Trump put a whole essay out today.
Yeah.
About Elon, you mean?
Yeah.
So like just kind of picking like a team?
Not a team. I just want.
You have to pick a team. Everything in life is
a team.
Harris?
Yeah, she's at the beach.
Right. Trump versus Elon. Well, look, I'm more of an Elon guy. I'm more of an Elon guy
because I know you're an Elon guy. I know D's a Trump guy. So
yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if like if we were talking about like for president, like I don't know. I think that, but
not president, just what the opinions are.
Yeah, look, here's my opinion. Here's my opinion.
Very clear.
Here's my opinion.
Trump made it very clear what he thinks.
Here's my opinion. I am more of an Elon guy because of the entrepreneurial. I think he is the greatest entrepreneur and most effective human being on the planet, which are two things that I admire about people. So I think when Elon dies long in the future and we look back, we're going to be like, wow, it was Steve Jobs. It was, potentially even Thomas Edison. It was alive during our time. Holy shit. I think that the way that he handles a lot of this shit is really just stupid. Like you could still do
Elon or Trump?
Elon. Like I think really both of them. I think both of them, if you could take out 10% of just their personality shit, like just they're like, why do you got to be so abrasive? Yeah, like why the fuckery? It's like not even a lot of it. A lot of Trump's fuckery, a lot of Elon's fuckery. I like the memes. I think it's funny. I think it's funny that the richest person in the world post stupid memes. But I think that Trump is really funny, but both of them just go a little too far where it makes it so like polarizing and not effective. And like
they were best friends 60 days ago.
Well, right. But they're both such. Yeah, what's
the kid's name's X?
Yeah.
Was on Marine One.
Yeah. I just think it's a shame because look, at the end of the day, I think that if they work together, we would all get the best results.
So if you were to think about it separately, right?
Mm-hmm.
Elon's obviously one of the smartest people to ever live.
Yeah.
He clearly distanced himself from Trump. He was with him every day, went to the Middle East, went to Europe, went to every place.
Yeah.
So what did he recognize where he's like, you know what? I'm out.
Well, look, the non-cynical take, the non tinfoil hat take is just the spending.
I want the tinfoil hat.
I can't even.
I don't think there is. I think it's very obvious. Occam's razor.
He saw something that he was
I don't know. I think Elon's been pretty straightforward with his intentions. Like, I really do. I know a lot of people hate him, but it's like, look, he felt Trump was best. He jumped in, put all of his effort into Trump. He felt free speech on X, whatever. He jumped all in. He felt we need to get to Mars. He felt we needed whatever. I think he literally just can't compromise when he sees that something is what he views as an existential crisis. And he was sitting in there with all of his little dorks and they were doing Doge and they were probably working their fucking ass off and it was probably miserable. And he recruited all these people that would never work at the government and they gave their lives to cut what ended up being nothing compared to just what sweeps in a bill.
Spending. They increased the spending.
What do you mean?
The new bill, D's loving bill is $5 trillion of
but that's
increased debt.
That's my point. It's like what was the total reduced debt from Doge?
Nothing.
Right. So of course he's fucking devastated and the guy can't just calm the fuck down for a second and realize that still you're better off if you play ball a little bit. Or look, maybe I'm totally wrong. I don't know. The guy is flying rockets. Maybe the America First Party saves the whole country. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Who the fuck knows?
I think the problem with Elon, I think his intentions are always good. At the end of the day, he doesn't have the attention span to see it through. So like 12 months for Elon, look, 15 months away is the midterms. There's no way you have to stay dedicated for 15 months.
But my point is, like, if you look at all of his work, I mean, how do you know? Like with Tesla, SpaceX?
Yeah.
Like,
so I agree. But
old.
like, I know, but for the election cycle for Trump, he was a 90-day plug. He came in 3-4 months before the election, went all in and did it, because there's a lot of action. You know, it's like gambling, right? Like you get the adrenaline for those 9. Dude, grinding it out for a midterm is fucking miserable.
I know. I'm with you. I just like, you also have to look at the guy has done it so many other times when it was miserable and soul crushing.
I think his best bet, I know he's got his guy Vyboff, his CFO, running the party. Vyboff will obviously have to grind it out and actually do all the work. And Elon will pop in 45 days before the midterms. That's what I think is going to happen. Like, I think he's going to give the money. He's going to put the people in place, and then he'll disappear till September of next year on that. He'll just keep commenting on X, because that's why not? It takes 5 seconds to shit on Trump. That's an easy move. But I think he gets like really engaged September of next year. And that's when he'll spend $1 billion to win 2 seats and screw everything up. Yeah. For Trump.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like if everyone could just be on the same page, but I think, it must be devastating.
You know what's so crazy to me? The Democrats could steal Elon right now, but they're so woke and dumb.
That's what I'm saying, do it, dude. They're going down the Ramdani path.
Yeah.
That's the problem, is the more Zohan you go-han, you can't even, like, they can't touch him now. There's no room for like an apology and a makeup.
Elon could steal the Democratic Party.
You think?
No, but the Democratic Party has to engage. Who on the Democratic Party will engage with Elon? It's not Buttigieg, Karras. It's not Gavin. It's not, Zohan.
Dean Phillips, that's my guy.
Dean Phillips is not winning shit.
Where's he
They're
been?
not letting a white male represent the Democratic Party. I don't know if you've heard persona non grata if you're a white male.
Not hot.
Not happening.
Yeah. I don't know. But it's a shame that it's just funny when you see, even at the highest levels, like when it comes to the future of the country and all of that like still just personality quirks is what gets in the way.
And the other thing that we have to be, if I was a Democrat, do you want to know the thing that I'm the most worried about? The fact, I'm going to tell you some things that are happening in the next couple of years. You have World Cup, which is in America.
Yep.
It is a media magnet, right? World Cup, the whole world is watching. Trump's going to fucking take advantage of that. You have the Olympics. Then you have the UFC fight in the fucking White House next July 4th, the 250th anniversary of America.
Drama, should we go? Can you get Dana to get us?
I mean, that's the one that's worth asking for the tickets for. They said that they were going to have like a full audience.
Yeah, why not?
I know.
I'll text them. That's the
You
one.
just got to wear a red hat. Everyone's got to wear a red hat.
I would go for that.
Would you wear a red hat?
No, I'll just wear a
If you were invited
hat
for free, but you had to wear a MAGA hat and nobody would ever see it.
You have to wear a MAGA hat in there.
I'm not going to wear a MAGA hat.
But no one would ever see it except for anyone.
I'll wear like a Los Angeles hat.
Fine, I'll wear the MAGA hat and I'll go.
Yeah.
Because that's what they're going to want.
But I would love to see the fight.
But your point, D, is just like, it's going to be hotter than ever. Is that what is the point that like the amount of attention?
The amount of attention.
Yeah.
And the thing is Trump is good at attention. Like the World Cup, Olympics, this, that, Super Bowl. Oh yeah, Super Bowl too. There's too much like shit happening in America over the next couple of years where like, if you don't know how to take advantage of it, like Zohan can't celebrate the World Cup because it celebrates greatness, or the Olympics. It's elitist. Olympics are the elitist. It is the greatest people on fucking earth who killed their whole life to be great.
What about
you can't celebrate?
What about the tight end university, Taylor Swift?
What's that?
I don't know what that is.
You guys didn't see it?
No.
I don't follow Swift. I followed Mahomes.
Oh God.
What's the tight end university?
So there's a thing called tight end university that Kelsey, George Kittle, and Greg Olsen do. And
is it real? It sounds a little like sex
it's all over
affiliated.
social.
Like Love Island.
Is it a porn thing?
No, they're like teaching the young tight ends how to be tight ends.
Oh, got it. How to keep their ends tight.
Yeah, tight end is a rough name.
It's rough.
And they did an after party, and Taylor Swift came out and did a whole fucking set.
But what's that have to do with anything?
I'm just saying, America.
Yeah,
but can Zohan celebrate that? I don't think so.
No,
because it's too white.
Because Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are great. And you can't celebrate greatness in communism because everyone's equal.
Right. You can only, yeah.
But it was fun. I can't believe it's on your TikTok drama. I know D wouldn't, but I'm really surprised.
Yeah. I'm getting a lot of like the streamers and that stuff. Yeah, I agree. Look, hopefully it doesn't spread, the Zohan thing. I think
it's spreading.
It's just can it scale? My question is it's a brand, right? Can that brand scale? I just don't know that it can. And I also think
because of his name.
Well, and also too many people have learned from look, Portland and San Francisco, and that shit's like a nationwide joke. And those are all the
machine to go against him, that he's not a naturalized born citizen. He's Ugandan. He's this, he's that. That machine is going to go so hard against him. He has no shot. He can he's not going to catch
this is 2016 Trump for me.
That's fair. Yeah, you can. That's a fair.
You could take that.
I'm not supporting him, but I'm just saying.
No, that's a fair bet.
I don't think anyone gives a shit about him outside of like 40,000 white people in New York.
Right. Emrata.
Let's see if he wins.
If he wins, he has momentum.
That'd be the big step.
Yeah.
Okay. What do we want to do here?
I want to talk about TikTok.
Love it.
So apparently the information is reporting that there is a new version of TikTok being built quietly
by ByteDance.
ByteDance is building a new version. I think it's called like M2 or something like that.
Okay.
And
by China.
It is the new version that is going to be released ahead of a sale. So I would
sell the old version, or there's an update that they are selling.
No, the old version will cease to exist. Everyone will have to download the new version.
And that's the one that they will sell?
Yes.
And they'll still control
the old version won't exist.
What does that even mean?
It's so stupid. It's so stupid.
I mean, it's great to destruct value from if you just want to cause chaos, it's good.
I wonder, what's the strategy there? What's the point?
Well, I think that the issue is that they want them to move and domicile in the United States.
They don't want their info?
And that includes their servers. And so they know that the existing app can't do that because all the infrastructure was built in China. So the idea is to rebuild it here. You guys maybe you can partner with whoever. I'm sure it'll be like Larry Ellison and whoever the fuck else. And they'll own a piece of this new that'll be based in America.
That's terrible.
That algorithm, if it's American, it's not going to be good.
Yeah, TikTok is dead, bro. There's no way. I wonder if it's because
we need that Chinese algorithm.
I know. I wonder if it's because you can't separate. This is tinfoil hat. You can't separate the knowledge of what they were gathering or what type of information they had, and you have to build a dumbed down. I just feel like if you really look behind the hood of TikTok right now today, you'd be like, oh.
They do that. You're right. You're probably right. It's like, let's just go rebuild it and show them a little bit of it and say, this is it. It's not, I think if you're like the Chinese government, it's just not worth it. Like, who cares? What is TikTok worth? 500 billion, trillion, whatever. They're playing this like 1,000-year war against us. Like, who gives a shit about TikTok?
I mean, they essentially hacked every American's phone.
Already. You already had the
right.
They have all my data.
Right.
So who cares at this point?
It's crazy. I can't. I'm curious to see what'll happen here, because to me that just will absolutely tank the quality of TikTok. Whatever. There's just no way. I just don't get, man. I don't understand how Zuck hasn't created it. Why does Reels still suck ass?
Yeah, why does Reels just can't get it?
Like, what is the algorithm?
He poached 10 OpenAI guys.
I know, but poach a couple fucking TikTok guys.
Who cares about OpenAI?
Like, dude, all your money comes from selling ads still. Why don't you just make a new app that's TikTok, lobby to get this deal shut down? Like, I don't know. It blows my mind. Even if, for instance, they build a new TikTok and then that's the one they sell and that app sucks ass. And there's such an open opportunity for everyone that's addicted to the crack of TikTok, and you could just take that market.
I mean,
as a marketer, hold on, Drama, as a marketer, what app is the best?
TikTok, zero question. Not even kind of close. Not even kind of close.
Okay.
And everything that works on Instagram is repurposed from that worked on TikTok. Like, not all the posting, because like Instagram might do well with like a photo or whatever, but like all the ads and shit are repurposed TikToks that you can test, the market on TikTok and then repurpose it for. It's just not even kind of close. What TikTok is doing for businesses and sales, and like, it would be a massive hole in the market. Instagram's not even in the conversation. So most young people YouTube. Don't even. Most young people, it's Tumblr, Instagram.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, not YouTube.
YouTube is like lands in its own place. But I would say Instagram is literally becoming Tumblr or Pinterest. Like, it's a mood board fucking page. Like, kids, they might have
Snapchat.
No, I think they probably do. I think, but that's more personal. I know brands that make money off of it, but
just
not
a communication tool. It's a communication tool.
I'm talking about more like, where do you build a brand? Where could you build a career? Where could you become an influencer? Where could you become a rapper? Where could you? Any of that is all TikTok, and Instagram is like, to share funny pics with your friends.
Yeah, but my Instagram is just parents showing their kids. That's my Instagram.
Yeah.
That's
but
what
you're
it's
also 45.
I know, but I think that's what Instagram is becoming. I think it's like our generation.
It's Facebook.
Yeah, I think it's Facebook.
Become Facebook. It's fucking irrelevant.
Yeah, you're Facebook.
But I just don't like it. What I don't get is, if you're sitting at Meta, there is just such an opportunity. And not only is there an opportunity, but you just saw that you got your ass kicked for the last, let's say, 5 years, like, for real. Why is it that impossible to just make such a great algorithm? Like, is it really is that algorithm one of the most cutting edge pieces of technology, more advanced than ChatGPT?
Put it like this. If I had to play God, I would rather own TikTok than OpenAI.
Right. I mean, to me, it seems like their AI, their algorithm
obviously
is more impressive.
It's a $350 billion company, right?
That algorithm is more impressive.
They probably value the same, but like, at this point, they probably value the same. But like, the influence TikTok has on society and its ability to like change conversation is like nothing we've ever seen.
Well, right. Because if you made that move, if you were God, you made that move, and let's say you become not God anymore. You got one choice. You had one wish as God. Now you just make an OpenAI competitor and blow it up on TikTok. It's like TikTok controls what's cool. All the hottest music, if you look on the charts, is all hot on TikTok. Any movie that blows up, blew up on TikTok. Any TV show, TikTok. Everything.
Yeah. No, it's crazy.
How can we not fucking recreate it?
Well, and what's interesting is so China has their version of the Trump account, they announced last week.
They don't have any people. It's going to be $50,000.
No,
they got no babies.
So well, that's what it is.
Right.
They're paying 3,600 renminbi a year to have kids for the first 3 years. That's $500 a year. That is their way of getting the population back up. $500 a year, which, you know, they're hoping that's enough from a childcare perspective or incentive to want to have another child. Look, China has such a crisis on population. You eat up that fucking number up.
Bro, what a misfire. Like, man.
That is their biggest. They've done everything right except for the one-child policy.
I know,
they fucked that up. How did they not do math like 20 years ago?
I know. That's
There's
why I
no
do
one
not
there.
get. Where's
Chinese
your
math team
forecast?
usually wins the world title. No one did the math.
I mean, that seems like the
idea.
easiest forecasting issue.
Yeah.
After 1 year, do it for 1 year. You don't even have to do it for 1 year, man. You just calculate your population. They all have one kid. It doesn't math out.
Ugh, such a misfire. Like
crazy oversight.
Probably the most epic misfire in global history.
It might be. Like, you know, in modern day, like they had a shot at being the super. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, they had a shot at being the biggest
the
superpower in history, and they might have fucked it up with this one policy.
Okay, that's tough.
What else?
All right, that's it.
Okay. All right, good stuff. We got some shout outs.
I have a shout out.
There you go.
For Josh.
What's up?
He was on a podcast. What's it called?
Don't Call on Me podcast.
And he talked about his battle with dyslexia.
Nice.
It was amazing.
Good job, Josh.
Awesome. In the show notes.
Let's go, Josh.
It's impressive
really
you write. It's impressive you write the notes, Josh.
Right, you do it soon.
I have to double check in ChatGPT everything, but you get it done.
You do. I mean, you do better than.
No, but it was actually an amazing podcast, and it's from an advocate for Maverick that is helping us with the school district that has a podcast. And I actually connected them just on the context of helping her with the podcast. And then she realized he's dyslexic and he's like, oh yeah, I'll do a podcast. And he did it.
Nice. Good job, Josh.
Good for you, bro.
Okay. What do we got?
Next shout out is from YouTube. Hey guys, love listening to the pod from across the pond in the mighty United Kingdom. I've been listening for over 800 episodes and find myself far more informed and commercially savvy as a result of all those hours invested in the three of you. I have a few potentially challenging questions I hope you could answer. What stage do you think Drama's at on his Mandime redemption curve? And in a world where Gen Z aren't having sex, is Drama boosting the numbers for everyone? At present, who would each of you want to be the Democratic nominee at the next election?
Am I Gen Z?
No, you're not. You're fucking millennial.
Hey, shut up, you old.
You're a
you old man. What was the next one? No, the answer is no. I'm minding my business. Mind yours,
okay,
buddy.
Who would each of you want to be the Democratic nominee at the next election? I have mine. Who you guys picking?
Well, we know who Anand's is.
Dean Phillips, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Dean Phillips.
I want Kamala Harris to run it back.
Oh, because you want JD Vance to win?
So JD Vance wins.
Right.
Usher might get deported.
Then he'll be by himself.
Even more focused.
With 2 kids.
I don't. Nobody currently known is my answer. I don't like any of the options today.
Okay. A couple shout outs from Hash. Shout out to my wife, Kim, the best wife and mom 3 boys could ask for. Thank you. Love Hash. There you go.
Shout out,
no
Kim.
joke. 3 kids.
Yep.
From Julietta, happy late 26th birthday to the best husband, best friend, and travel buddy, Joseph Valdez. I feel like I've been seeing your guys' shout outs for so many years. Like, I think you guys started listening, you're like 18. So it's cool to see you're 26 now.
We're just
you're
watching you
still
grow
so
up.
young. Yeah, literally watching you up. I know those names.
That's amazing.
From Arthi, happy birthday to my sister Chandani. She's a group chat OG. Cheers to spending more birthdays in Europe. Love you from your sisters. Happy
Shout
birthday.
out.
It's great.
Awesome.
Okay. Thank you. That's it. Thanks for listening. Everyone have a great week. Peace in the Middle East.